Hello everyone, how are you? It's Kay. This is the 12th of February 2023 on Sunday. So I will be sharing my view and analysis on the markets in terms of KTS and Ichimoku. So I will be covering the Forex pairs and gold, WTI, and index and Bitcoin in the news for this week. Basically, the week starts from today, so technically this week. But thank you very much for coming back to my YouTube channel and live stream. So let's see. Let me start the live session now. So just hold on. Let me get ready here. Okay. All right. So good to see you again. Great to see you. I see many comments. So thank you very much for joining, who are joining live and who are watching archive also. Thank you very much. And also I would like to say I have to pray for those who are from Turkey or for those who have family members in Turkey, because there was a big earthquake a couple of days ago and still suffering from this big incident. So I also had experienced the big earthquake in Japan. In Tokyo, there was a big earthquake, especially in north part there was. And also my father was exactly on the big earthquake spot. And I have also helped some people over there in Japan due to earthquake and also tsunami. So I hope the people in Turkey and also surrounding area have a peace in mind and will settle down as soon as possible. So I give my prayer to the people over there. So today again, this is a weekly forecast. So thank you very much for joining. Let me quickly say hi to everyone. All right, Tony, thanks for joining. Kizito, good to see you. Rajesh, Derry4, Nemanja, Lady Crypto, Master of AI, Ivrash, Win, Christopher, and Chia, Ranjit. All right, Photo, Augustine, Oli. Thank you very much for joining. RJ, Yerich, TSM, and Stephens. All right. NGO, good to see you. And Fam, thanks so much for joining. All right, and Pitol, Ashley, and Marcus, Manuel, thank you very much for joining, everyone. Great to see you. Okay, so by the way, the GTS in April in 2023, there are 2 seats available still. So if you're interested to join on this one, please let me know by email. Then I can give you more details. Okay, so let me now switch to TradingView and review the markets. So let me take out on the weekly time frame, starting from the Forex pairs on my watch list. So first, let me talk about the Euro pairs from Euro USD to Euro Swiss franc. So Euro USD, the weekly chart is exactly in the Kumo, and the lower time frames are downtrending. Last week was downtrend after the market was resisted by the Kumo, resisted by this Senko span B. So this is downtrend in the short term. So I continue to look for the selling edge on Euro USD. But the price is in the Kumo, so lower time frames may be very spiky. So that means we have to be very good at the risk management if you want to take trades on the Euro USD. And if you may miss some opportunities, or if you may miss the right exit timing on the Euro USD, then I recommend you to stay away and come back after the market breaks the Kumo, either bullish or bearish, either way. For now, this is downtrend, so looks like the market is going down to the weekly Kijun-sen in the long term. Okay, but I think I prefer to look for more stable trending markets. So next is the Euro AUD. Euro AUD is completely ranging. So Kumo Senko Span A is down. Oh, sorry, this is Senko Span B. Senko Span B is pointing down. Senko Span A is flat. And this is actually the bullish Kumo. And bullish Kumo, Senko Span B down does not really mean anything. So this is simply flat Kumo range market. And Kijun Sen flat. Tenkan Sen is also flat. And the Chikou span is still above the candles, but this is going closer and closer to candles. So this is range. And we can't really tell which way it's going. So next one is the Euro JPY. Euro JPY has been ranging too. And last week was bearish. So most likely I stay away too. Kumo flat, Kijun Sen flat. And Chikou span too close to candles. So it's all range market. Okay, Euro Pound also is range too. I was waiting for the breakout of that resistance from 2 weeks ago, which was 0.8976, but it didn't happen. So last week was a retracement, and it actually went back to the Kijun Sen. So this one's range. We may see some opportunities in the lower time frames, but there is no direction in weekly time frame as per Ichimoku. So next is the Euro CAD. Euro CAD is also retracing, and I was saying that this was bullish, but last week was bearish, and it broke the Tenkan Sen. So now I will delete up arrow because this is no more uptrend. And on the weekly time frame, this is now range because Kumo Senko Span A is up, but Kijun Sen flat and Tenkan Sen flat. The market broke that. So Kijun Sen flat, Senko Span B flat, and the price broke the Tenkan Sen. So this is retracing. So I'm waiting for the selling opportunity after the market breaks the weekly support, which is 1.4235. And then look for the selling opportunity. And I expect the market goes down to the weekly Senko Span B or the weekly Kijun Sen. So for me, this is bearish. Again, I'm waiting for the breakout of the support and sell. So I draw the arrow down below the support so that I know this market is downtrend after the break of the support. Okay, next is the Euro Swiss franc. Euro Swiss franc is also ranging, so no direction in weekly time frame basis. Kumo flat, Kijun Sen flat. The price is in between Kijun Sen and Tenkan Sen, and the Chikou span is also very close. So I'm in the short term. This is also bearish, and this is not about Ichimoku, but in terms of the price action. 2 weeks ago was the doji, and last week the doji broke bearish. And then there is also an inside bar breakout. So looks like this inside of this white candlesticks high and low, inside has been broken bearish last week. Looks like it closed below 0.9858. So from here, most likely this week will be bearish and target to the weekly Kijun Sen. Weekly Kijun Sen of 0.9749. So my view in the short term on the weekly basis is bearish. I would continue to look for the selling opportunity on Euro Swiss franc. Okay, so let me mark this one. Let me mark the ones that I think these are potential trends. So Euro CAD again, waiting for the support level breakout. And the other pairs are basically ranging now. Okay, so now let's move on to the USD based pairs. So here is the USD JPY. And in terms of the weekly basis, this is still ranging. And Kumo flat, Kijun Sen flat. And Chikou span is very close to candles. And the market retraced back to Tenkan Sen. So, however, we earlier there was a Tenkan-sen, Kijun-sen dead cross, and Chikou span breakout happened. So, and the market, in this case, the market may be resisted by the weekly Tenkan-sen and still goes down. So, my long-term outlook on the USD-JPY is still bearish. And if the market breaks the Kumo, I think downtrend is going to be stable and strong. So this week and next week, at least on the month of February, I can't see any direction. But in the long term, this pair is bearish, downtrend still. But if the market breaks the weekly Tenkan-sen this week or next week, then I think it goes up to the weekly Kijun-sen. So the scenario will be different. But I will tell that next week on the weekly forecast on Sunday. But for now, for me, this is bearish. Okay, and also USD-CAD. Alright, so USD-CAD, this one is also a very spiky and choppy market recently. And this is called P-wave in Ichimoku. So Kumo still flat, Kijun-sen is up. But because Kumo flat, we can't trust the Kijun-sen angle up in this condition. So simply I'm waiting for the P-wave break towards either direction. Until then, most likely I will be away from this pair. So but I think as far as I see this market, most likely P-wave will be broken bearish, because if you look at the highs, in between the highs and the lows, the distance between the highs, in terms of pips, was 278 pips. And in terms of the lows in pips, the difference was only 27 pips. So this is like 10 times difference between the highs and the lows. And that means this is bearish. Sellers are dominant over buyers. And this is almost like descending P-wave structure. So my expectation is that the market breaks bearish on the P-wave. But until I see that, I continue to be away from the market, because within the P-wave and when Kumo flat Kijun-sen is also angle but not trending, the market may continue to range. So I prefer to wait for the breakout of the P-wave, breakout of the trend line, to look for the selling opportunity. But that will be for the long term still. And then let me just move on to the next USD Swiss franc. Yeah, so USD Swiss franc has been downtrend, but for the last 2 weeks, it's been ranging now. And it broke that Tenkan-sen, so it may go back to Kijun-sen. So USD Swiss franc may be bullish, but yeah, for now, we can't really tell which way it's going. Kumo is down, so it's bearish in the long term. But in the short term, in the month of February, it may retrace, it may go up. So, and since there's a contradiction between the Kumo direction and the weekly and the short-term market momentum, I think I would just stay away. This is a bit confusing market now, and choppy market. So next, let me move on to the pound base pairs. So here is the pound USD. Pound USD has been ranging now, so there are two scenarios. One is that the market breaks the pin bar on 1.1845 and sell, and then target to the weekly Kijun-sen. Weekly Kijun-sen of 1.1402 will be the target once it breaks. That's one of the scenarios. And second scenario is the Kumo breakout. And when the market breaks Kumo, most likely it also breaks the resistance, 1.2447, and then the market turns bullish. But until either scenario happens, the market, I think, continues to range. So even lower time frames, we may not see some stable trends. So yeah, for now, I simply wait for the breakout towards either direction on this one. So next is the pound JPY. So pound JPY has been ranging too, and as you can see, there are many candlesticks and it's been flat range. And Kumo is completely flat. And Kijun Sen, Tenkan Sen are also completely flat. And Chikou span is very close. So in the short term, next week, we're not sure which way it's going. But one thing for sure is that there was a inside bar breakout. I mean, there was an inside. And I still think that this is bearish, simply because the price is below Kumo and Kijun Sen, Tenkan Sen. So I'm still waiting for the market breaks the inside support, which is 156.75. If that happens this week, then I look for the selling opportunity. Otherwise, I stay away. I mean, otherwise, I wait for the break of opposite direction on the high, 161.86, and then buy. So, and this week may continue to lose the momentum, so I think I just wait for the breakout towards either direction for now. Okay, and next is a pound CAD. Pound CAD is also, yeah, this is, I thought the market continued to go up after the break of the Kumo, but then it didn't happen. The market is coming back within the Kumo now. And Kumo flat, Senko span AB flat, and Kijun Sen is now flat. So the scenario here is that the market, when the market breaks the neckline of double top, which is 1.6076 or a bit higher, I think in this case it was 1.6100 or 01, and it's just breaking the support now, but this breakout is really shallow. If I just go down to the daily time frame, as you can see, the breakout is really shallow, and this breakout may not so trustable. So I would closely monitor on the daily time frame on the pound CAD and wait for the Kumo breakout, wait for the Senko span B breakout to sell. And this may happen soon. Chikou span has been touching, and then if Monday or Tuesday, if the market closes below the Senko span B, then the Chikou span should also be below candles, and that may be a good timing to sell on the market. So pound CAD, I will keep an eye on this one. Okay, so next is a pound AUD. Pound AUD has been ranging too, but this is also bearish because there was a double top, and the neckline has been broken bearish, and this is going down, and target still is 1.7095. So my view in the short term is still bearish, and we might have a chance to sell on pound AUD this week. So next is the pound Swiss franc. Pound Swiss franc is also bearish in my eyes, because if you again look at the P wave, the highs are getting more lower than low getting higher. So this is another type of descending P wave. So and the breakout of the support of the weekly doji 1.0179 can happen this week. So if that happens, I would look for the selling opportunity and then keep holding until the market touches the weekly Kijun Sen. Weekly Kijun Sen is now down, but next week will be flat. So the potential target for this week on pound Swiss franc will be 1.0867. So I think I would just put down a row to that potential target like this. Okay, so pound Swiss franc, I marked this one also. So that means we may see some opportunities on pound pairs too this week to sell. Right, so we'll see. Okay, next let me move on to AUD based pairs. So AUD USD on the weekly chart is retracing back today, and last week was doji and 2 weeks ago was bearish, and the price was resisted by the Senko span B and this is still on above the Tenkan-sen, but my view is downtrend after the price has been resisted by the Senko span B and the previous resistance level 0.7156. So this is downtrend, and my target is the weekly Kijun-sen also on 0.6662. Yeah, so this is where the Kijun-sen becomes flat and Kijun-sen becomes the target. Whenever Kijun-sen goes flat, if you look at the market history, that's when the market retraces back to Kijun-sen. Here, the Kijun-sen was flat, and the market retraces. Here too, the Kijun-sen becomes flat, and that's when the market retraces this way. And here, Kijun-sen is flat also, so the market retraces this way too. So this is called a Kijun-sen retracement strategy, and this is something you can apply this week and in the month of February. So this is downtrend. Okay, so I will put the flag on this one too. So next is the AUD-CAD. So AUD-CAD is also flat Kijun-sen and flat single span B below the candle. So this is downtrend. And last week was a big pin bar. And pin bar means there was a very tiny body and a long wick pointing up or down. So this is a pin bar, a bearish pin bar. So I can see that there was a strong resistance in this area and sellers are dominant. So this week, the market, I think, goes down to the either Senko span B, which is 0.9124, or the weekly Kijun-sen on 0.9075. So my view is downtrend, and I continue to look for the selling opportunity on this one. Okay, so next one is the AUD-JPY. AUD-JPY is completely ranging now. As you can see, the Kumo flat, Kijun-sen flat, Tenkan-sen flat too, and Chikou span is very close. So this is range. In a ranging market, we can't really expect which way it's going. I mean, the chance for this market to go up and down will be 50-50, and we never trade in a 50-50 chance. So I simply skip AUD-JPY and move on to AUD-Swiss franc. This one is also range. Now Kumo flat, Kijun-sen flat, Chikou span below candles, but there was W bottom neckline breakout. And after neckline breakout and the Kijun-sen breakout, the market has retraced back to the Tenkan-sen. So from here, the market may be supported by the Tenkan-sen and goes up or not, and we never know. It may break the Tenkan-sen and may continue to go down. So this is 50-50 because Kumo flat, Kijun-sen flat. So I simply wait until we see the next big trends on this pair. Like we said before, like this. I would wait for the bigger trend and more stable trend in this pair. Alright, so moving on to the CAD-JPY. This one is also still ranging because the price is within the Kumo. So I'm still waiting for the price breaks Kumo and breaks the support of 94.68 to look for the selling opportunity. And most likely this week it won't happen, so I continue to stay away from this one too. And the CAD-Swiss franc, this one is, it broke that Tenkan-sen. And since Kijun-sen flat, the market may retrace to Kijun-sen. So ultimate target will be 0.7140. And that will be for the swing trade. But like myself as a day to swing trader, I would prefer to wait for the break of that doji on the week of the 9th of January on 0.6972 and target on 0.7140, the weekly Kijun-sen. So this is range. We can't really tell which was going, but at least looks like the price is now retracing to Kijun-sen. So this is uptrend in the short term. And lastly, in the Forex pairs, this is Swiss franc JPY and Kumo flat, Kijun-sen flat, Tenkan-sen flat, Chikou span touching, So this is range. The chance for the market to go up and down 50-50. So I will continue to stay away from this one too. If you are the short-term trader, then since Kijun-sen flat, that also is going to be the target. 144.51 will be the target. So we have a room to trade in terms of pips. This is about 222 or 21 pips of a room to trade up and take profit there. So these are my views on the market in Forex. So now let me move on to gold. But before that, let me turn off the light because this is getting too bright. So just hold on. I will be right back. Okay, so now I can see the chart more clearly. So let me continue to move on to gold and WTI. So gold XAUUSD, on the weekly basis, this is now retracing. And 2 weeks ago was the big bearish bar, and last week became doji. And my view is downtrend in the short term. So if the market breaks the last week doji support, which is 1852.77, then I think the market goes down to the weekly Kijun-sen, which is the price level of 1788.18. So that will be for the short-term downtrend confirmation. So I continue to wait for the breakout of the doji last week and then look for the selling opportunity. Okay, so let me move on to WTI. Yeah, so WTI crude oil has been flat, ranging now. Kumo flat, Kijun-sen flat. Chikou span is still flat and getting closer to candles. And since weekly Kijun-sen is now flat, I think the market is bullish and target on the weekly Kijun-sen, which is 83.92. And once it breaks that resistance and the Kijun-sen, then most likely it goes back to the previous resistance level or the Kumo. So if that happens, the market turns bullish in the short term. But unless it happens, the market may range continuously. So we have to wait for the breakout and buy if you trade this WTI. Alright, so let me move on to index now. Index from Nikkei 225. So yeah, Nikkei 225 has been ranging now. Kumo simply flat, Senko span B angles are flat, Kijun-sen flat now. And the price is about to break the Kumo, but this Kumo has been held flat and Kijun-sen has been also flat. So these Kumo breakouts in this case can be fake. So don't trust the Kumo breakout. But instead, I can see that the market has been resisted by the descending trend line once and twice before. And so next week, we may see the bearish candlestick. And then breaks Kijun-sen. And this is called P wave, ranging the P wave. So the market may be resisted and goes down is my short-term view. So next is the Dow Jones. Dow Jones also has been ranging too. For the last 2 weeks, there were dojis. So the possible scenario is that if Dow Jones goes up, bullish, then wait for 34,367 breakout. And then initial target to 34,894, the previous resistance. And once it breaks it, you follow uptrend. And this year also continuously, I am waiting for the trade opportunity on index on one of the US indices. But so I'm still waiting for the breakout of the resistance and planning to buy. Okay, so that's Dow Jones. My view is still bullish on this one. And Nasdaq is also bullish in the short term because there was a Kijun Sen breakout and also W bottom neckline breakout happened too. So Chikou span is still very close. So to be safer, we have to wait for the Tenkan Sen Kijun Sen gold cross and the Chikou span breakout. Then finally we can expect the Kumo breakout. So, and ideally speaking, we want to see the Tenkan Kijun gold cross first, and then Chikou span break next is the right order of Ichimoku strategy. So if this happens, then you can also plan to buy and to expect the Kumo breakout in that direction. So my view is bullish still on this Nasdaq. Okay, so next one is S&P 500. This one is also bullish too, and it's about to break that resistance here now. So resistance level of now there is a new high from 2 weeks ago. It was 4197.9, and we have inside bar. Inside bar break happens, then I think the market goes up. There is also Senko span B and also the swing resistance level here on let's see, this was on 4327.6. So you can actually take a buy at the breakout of the doji, at the breakout of the inside bar first, 4197.9, and then initial target. You can set the initial target on 4327.6, and if it breaks it, you keep holding the trade by swing. So that will be the scenario. But for now, I see Tenkan Sen, Kijun Sen, gold cross, and Chikou span break happens most likely when the market breaks the inside also. And Kumo breakout also happens. That will be a good chance to buy. So S&P 500, this is also bullish to me. Still bullish. Okay, so next is the Euro stocks. Euro stocks has been bullish now. Now Kumo is up. Both Senko span BA up. Kijun Sen is up. Tenkan Sen is also up. And the Chikou span above candles. So this is bullish, and I think most likely within the month of February, the market reaches to the swing high of 4397 area. So I keep up a roll still on the Euro stocks. And next is the FTSE 100. This one is also bullish after the breakout of the resistance zone. The market is bullish. So, and Kumo up, Kijun Sen up, Tenkan Sen is also up, and Chikou span above candles. So FTSE 100 is also bullish. So I keep up a roll like this. And CAC France is also bullish. I mean, this is now Tenkan Sen flat. So the market may retrace, but we can wait for the breakout of the inside resistance, which is 7237.75. If it breaks it, then initial target on 7382.99. And then I think it takes off bullish continuously. So you just watch out on the retracement on CAC France. Okay, and DAX index, German 40, has been also bullish. Kumo twisted bullish, and Senko span BA up, Kijun Sen up, Tenkan Sen up, and Chikou span above candles. So I think in February, the market goes up to 16,292.9. For now, this is bullish still. And here is a Nifty chart. So Nifty 50 has been consolidating now. It's ranging. And Kumo Senko span B flat, Senko span A is retracing. Kijun Sen flat, but Tenkan Sen is retracing too. And Chikou span is now touching. So looks like the market is continuously retracing now. So my advice, I think that I said that also last week, is that my advice is to wait for the break of the new inside bar. So it's either wait for the breakout of 17,971 to buy, or wait for the support break, inside support, 17,357.05 to sell. Yeah. So the chance for the market to break is 50-50 now. So simply come back after the market breaks either direction. Okay, next is AU200. This one is also bullish but retracing. You see again, Kijun Sen is now flat. And Tenkan Sen also flat. So last week was a retracement. And so it has retraced back to the previous resistance level, 7343.8. So next week, it may be supported and goes up to 76.25.2. But because Kijun Sen, both Kijun Sen and Tenkan Sen completely flat, the market may break 73.43 and then goes down to the Tenkan Sen. So if you see the breakout on the daily or the lower time frames, then you can target to the Tenkan Sen, 7200. Or if you want to buy still, then you better wait for the break of that resistance for now, 7625.2. So I put up arrow above the resistance or down arrow below 7343.8. So that's the scenario for this one. Okay, and lastly, Hang Seng Index. Hang Seng is now within the Kumo. And Kijun Sen flat, so most likely this week still retracing, and I think the market touches the Tenkan Sen. So this is in the short term still bearish, retracing back now. Okay, so now finally let me cover the Bitcoin, BTC USD, because I know there are some crypto traders in my community. So here's Bitcoin. Bitcoin in the weekly is now ranging. So Kumo completely flat. Senko span B flat, Senko span A is also flat. And Tenkan Sen, Kijun Sen are flat. And they are together now. Let me zoom in the market. And you can see that the Tenkan Sen, Kijun Sen are together here. And flat. And Chikou span touching. So this is the range market. And Kijun Sen, Tenkan Sen are flat. So when it's flat, it acts like a magnet. So I think this week the market continue to downtrend and target to the flat Kijun Sen, Tenkan Sen, which is 2315.94. So I put down arrow as this is bearish in a very short term. Okay, but after the market retraces to the Kijun Sen, it may be supported and goes up. But it may break. It may break Kijun Sen, it may go down. So we can't really tell which way it's going in the long term. But in the short term, I think this is downtrend bearish on the weekly basis. Okay, so now I have covered all the markets that I have to cover today. So finally, let me remind everyone the news for this week, on the week of the 12th. So we are towards the mid of February. So let me do this on this week, from 12th until the 18th, Saturday. And let me zoom in a little bit so that you can still see what's here from mobile or something, or tablet. Okay, so Monday, we usually don't have big news. And Tuesday, on the 14th, there will be a GDP report, Q4 in Japan. And then also unemployment rate in UK. Right, so that's also very important news in Tuesday. Also, GDP report in Euro, and then CPI X for energy in the US. So consumer price index X for energy has been really impacting the market recently. And I think this will be one of the biggest news this week on Tuesday at 5:30 p.m. in Dubai time. But I think this will be very important. We have to be careful for this one. Again, CPI, consumer price index, X food and energy. Because food and energy, the price fluctuates a lot. Food and energy are really volatile, CPI. So if you exclude food and energy, then you get the pure or the core CPI. And I have seen multiple times that this core CPI, this X food energy CPI report has been impacting the markets for the last couple of months. So just be careful for this one. So moving on to Wednesday the 15th, there will be RBA's governor law speech. So Australian peers may be affected, and CPI in UK, and also retail sales in the US. This one also may be important, retail sales in the US. And then Thursday the 16th, there will be also unemployment rate in Australia. And that's it. On Friday the 17th, there will be also RBA's governor law speech on Australia. And that's it. So looks like the biggest news this coming week is the CPI, X food energy in the US. And also a couple of CPI reports on other regions and countries. Okay, so just be careful. Whenever you take trades, make sure you check news. And whatever news it may be, if there will be big news ahead, then you better stay away and come back after the news. So that covered the whole topics I want to cover today. So for the next 10 minutes or so, let me say hi and check some comments. But again, thank you very much for joining, everyone. Great to see you again on this weekend. So hopefully we see some new trends in the markets to make profits, to run some profits. Okay, so I have covered all the Forex pairs, all the gold in WTI, index, and Bitcoin. So if you missed one of these analyses, please check the archive. Okay, let's see. Manuel says the resistance and the support levels, do you pay more attention to that level that come from the bigger time frames and give priority to those levels? Yes, I do. Yes. So I don't really care so much about the 5-minute resistances, but I do care about the weekly or the daily resistances or the even monthly resistance and support. I do care. Yes. All right. G Moto, thank you for joining. He says, welcome. When uptrend or downtrend has been confirmed, but the Kijun-sen and Tenkan-sen flat, do I trade in the direction of the two lines? You need to wait for the Kijun-sen and Kumo directions. Tenkan-sen flat is okay because Tenkan-sen is a short-term market momentum in direction. So even if Tenkan-sen flat, the market may go up or down still. But when Kijun-sen is flat, then that's when the market potentially retraces to Kijun-sen. Kijun in Japanese means base or standard. So Kijun-sen is the most important line in Ichimoku. Kijun-sen is like the backbone of Ichimoku all lines. Because based on Kijun-sen, there is a Tenkan-sen and there is a Senko Span B. And based on Senko Span B, there is a Senko Span A. And based on Kijun-sen, there is Chikou Span also. So Kijun-sen is the most important line on all the markets, all the lines of Ichimoku. So when Kijun-sen flat, then you better wait for the Kijun-sen angle to take trades. But don't really care so much about the Tenkan-sen. Sometimes you see Tenkan-sen breakout like this, but when you see Kijun-sen down, that's when you see the potential break of the support. Like in this example, Kijun-sen has been down in this area, while market's been ranging. And then finally, there was a breakout of that price. And then after that, Kijun-sen goes flat and down, and market remains flat, but then Kijun-sen became flat. So that's when the market started to retrace to Kijun-sen. So that's how it works. Okay, I hope that makes sense to everyone. Okay, TK says, do you use EA in your trading? No, I don't use EA on my trades. I used to, but I don't now. I only take trades manually. Okay, John says, typically your duration of your exit is when prices closely reaches Tenkan-sen or even to Kijun-sen. Yeah, my exit timings are basically based on the lower time frames like M5. But yes, if the market becomes close to Kijun-sen, then that also can be the target. That can be also an exit timing too. Alright, Manuel, you're welcome. Alright. Hello, Ken Lee. Thanks for joining. Good to see you. Alright, Daniel says, let's see. Do you always start at the 1 week time frame, or do you sometimes start with a daily time frame to find trades? So I check a weekly time frame on the weekends and on Monday, tomorrow, when the market opens, when the new weekly candlestick opens, that's also when I check the weekly time frame. However, during the weekday, I mainly take daily or the 4-hour time frames to follow. Yeah, but I always start my analysis on the weekly to lower time frames. I never start my analysis from lower to higher time frames. I always do top-down analysis, top-down from higher to lower time frames. Okay, John says, how is it going with your tested strategy? Yes, it's going well. It's going really well. Okay, so yeah, I think the markets are a bit choppy recently, especially since last summertime. It has been really choppy. So this is when the risk management becomes really important. And also psychology management also becomes important too. So, always first take the stop loss and always look for the trending markets to take trades. Otherwise, you may get stopped out really soon and you may have some consecutive drawdowns in the markets. So as long as you keep the losses small, it's okay. So never take the big stop losses or big losses along the way, but keep the losses small until you see the future big trends in the markets. Okay, so again, thank you very much for joining today. And again, I have covered all the Forex pairs and gold, WTI, and indices and Bitcoin on today's live analysis. So in case if you miss one of these analysis, please review the archive. Okay, and in about 10 minutes, there will be a KTS Academy members live stream. And today, this is Sunday, so I will give you lower time frame analysis based on my strategy too. So to those who are KTS Academy members, I will see you in 10 minutes. And to those who are enjoying public, I will see you on the next one next week. So until I see you next time, either way, please stay healthy, stay safe, and stay gold. Alright, bye for now, everyone. Mata ne. Thank you very much.